Today, we're looking at all the games I got from Video Games Monthly. And as usual, I've been getting a Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and 5 Nintendo games. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us this channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, how are these games this month? Let's find out. First up, for the Sega Genesis, Taz, Escape from Mars. Taz, Escape from Mars is a 2D platformer game. You control Taz, the insane Tasmanian devil from the Looney Tunes cartoons. You control Taz through some crazy levels on the planet Mars. The gameplay is good and the level design is good also. After you start playing the game, the initial easy levels become a complete maze. They can be very challenging and confusing. You go through a lot of level settings such as Mexico, a haunted mansion, the strange planet X, Mole World, the Wild Zoo. There is essentially a lot to see, but there are a ton of hidden places to discover beyond what's directly in front of you. Considering how large the levels are, there are a lot of hidden mysteries that will cause you a great deal of confusion. Additionally, each level has a boss at the end. These can be difficult to beat sometimes, as one might expect. It's not always simple to fight the other enemies in the level as well, so always pick your attack wisely and use all of your task techniques to the fullest. These actions not only destroy enemies but also create new passageways that will help you escape the levels more quickly. Despite occasional fuzziness, the graphics are not bad. And honestly, I did have fun with this game and I would recommend this. I'm gonna give this a B. Next up, RPM, Radical Psycho Machine Racing for the Super Nintendo. Radical Psycho Machine Racing is a top-down racing with limited visibility, so you don't know when to be ready for the next turn, and the next thing you know, you're going to crash before you know it. Not only do you have to win the race to win, but you have to survive as well, because it would not be a radical game if you did not blow up for no apparent reason. You have to race against 3 opponents who may or may not be equipped with some tricks to blow you up. Oil slicks, mines, and speed boosts will allow you to try to get a slightly advantage in the game. You can purchase upgrades for your vehicle. You can play 2 players in this game or just compete against a computer. The racetracks are short and full of surprises, but overall look really bland and the cars come in only one selectable color. There are tons of Super Nintendo racing games out there, and this one does not stand up to any of them. And honestly, I didn't have much fun with this game. I just didn't care for this. I'm gonna give this a D. Next up, Monopoly for the Nintendo. At its core, Monopoly is a game about real estate. You trade, purchase, and sell real estate. You have $1,500 to begin with. When you roll 2 dice, the number of squares moves from 2 to 12. There are 36 squares on the board and you get $200 extra every time you pass go. Depending on where you land, you might be able to pay fines, purchase property, or select a card from the community chest or chance that will provide you with further details. Achieving one of Monopoly's primary objective, you can develop homes and hotels on a piece of property and make much more money if you own all of that color group. The source of this funding is your rivals, whom you are attempting to outbid. The game of Monopoly requires both skill and luck. You can play with 1 to 8 players, and the game can be played in a single player mode. You won't be won over if you've never been a fan of Monopoly. And honestly, I mean, it's Monopoly. You either like Monopoly or you don't. And I'm a fan of Monopoly. I like the board game and I like this version of it. I'm gonna give this a B. Next up, Goal for the Nintendo. Goal is a soccer game. The controls are straightforward. A shoots the ball and B passes it. Learning to pass the ball and shoot at the goal is challenging. In defense, the B button switches the active player and the A button executes a sliding tackle, but only if the player is close to the opponent with the ball. The A button can also be used to head and cross the ball. There aren't many different moves in this game. With the ball, you can kick, head, and run. Additionally, the best ways to get close to the opponent's goal is to sprint with the ball due to the flawed pass system. Shooting from the other side of the angle is the most effective strategy. It takes a while to understand, but once you do, scoring should be a lot easier. Or playing the World Cup, tournament, and shoot competition, with 16 teams vying for the championship in the round-robin, group stage, and knockout stages. The first option offers a miniature version of the World Cup. The graphics were okay in here, and the sound was okay also. But I don't know, something about the gameplay, it was a little sluggish, I thought. And I didn't like this one as much as, I didn't really like this one at all. I didn't really care for this that much. I like the other one I got last month or the month before, the Nintendo World Cup. That was a fun one. But this one, I'm gonna give this a D. And finally, we have Kings of the Beach. This is a volleyball game, and I found the controls for this game to be simple and easy. A bumps, B sets, and A and B spikes. Of course, the D-pad directs your player in the sand. A few things you won't understand at first are how to serve without jumping and how to perform a dig. A dig happens randomly when you are near the supposed landing spot of the ball. And to serve without jumping, I believe you toss up the ball with the A button, and upon it falls, you press A and B button. The controls are real simple and easy to learn once you know what you're doing. The graphics aren't bad, with the exception of the color of their underwear. The players all have the same appearance. Despite the court's wonderful background and of the crowd and the ocean in the distance, more details might have been possible if the players had been slightly larger. You'll be nearly unstoppable once you get the hang of it early in the tournament, but you may read the teams like a book and defeat them. This implies that points may appear to take a long time due to the computer's AI repetitive nature. However, the later teams are a little bit more unpredictable and will keep you guessing. All the sound effects are okay. I find the fist on ball sound to be impressive. The soundtrack is a bit too upbeat and repetitive for a tough volleyball action, but it's still decent. And honestly, I had fun with this. It was not a bad game. I am gonna give this a B. And there you have it for this month's Video Games Monthly Games. What did you think about this month, and what do you think about these games? Do you agree with my decision? What will you do differently? Leave comments below to share your thoughts. And until next month, peace out.